This is Sheikh Tijan Secka. Sheikh is a filmmaker, a director, an editor, a colorist, and also the founder of the media production company STS Pictures.
To say it as a struggle or take it as a struggle, I like to take it as a process that I've been through, because by then when I was starting, I didn't know much, so I had to learn. I didn't have much. I have the dream, it's mine. I have to invest in it. Understand? So it's because I see it as a process, and I know these are phases that I have to go through in order to get to where I want to get to. And I think psychologically that was an easy way for me to accept it, and also I guess the role that more motivated will push me, but the moment that I see it as a struggle, then I come ahead the buy health and more and then that would begin to keep me behind, demotivate me. So I never wanted to see it like that. So it was a struggle. Like I said, I never took it as a struggle. One thing about me, I'm on nothing like them. I knew where I was at that point. I knew what was gonna get me out of that stage, and I was doing exactly the same thing. So I was continuously learning, trying to identify my weakness and working on them. I was investing so much time in enhancing my skill, because if I become good, I'll be able to charge better, and if I charge better, I'll be able to fund the equipments that I would need to carry out my productions. So I did a couple of jobs free, just for publicity, for people to know that I could offer these services and this quality. So I did a couple of videos to stand out, and eventually I started getting recognition and get it offered to do jobs that were paying.
You said before your first job, you charged like 7,000.
Yeah.
But now, how much do you charge?
100 is the minimum that we take, and that depends if we are available or not. So I was focused more on delivering a good job, and I was able to get away with asking for certain budgets. By the truth, Moya, in whatever you are doing, one thing that I've learned, in whatever services or product that you offer to the public, Moya, be good at it. Let it be very, very good, to a point that when someone gets your product or service, they'll be so satisfied that next time they'll want to come back to you. So you have to continuously work on improving your service or your product. That is, for improve sa bopa, or work on new methods to improve the product that you have. Do that. Once you do that, you will make money.
The interesting part is that when Sheikh graduated from high school, he went to the university to apply for performing arts. But unfortunately, the university were not offering that program. So he went back to his mom and told her that, this university are not offering this program, But you know how it is here with our parents and society, where after finishing high school, mom, you have to do something. Whether you like it or not, you have to study something that will get you employment. So he went to MDI and applied for banking and finance. But at the same time that he was going to MDI, he was also going to Super Graphics as an apprentice, learning photography, videography, and basically filmmaking. But after 2 years, he saw that, this banking and finance was getting in the way with his filmmaking. So he decided to drop banking and finance and concentrate on learning video production. He was in Super Graphics for 5 years before starting his own production company back in 2014. Now, when he was starting out, it was not like he had all the money, no, because when he was starting out, he didn't even have a camera of his own. The equipments that he was using in the beginning were either rented or borrowed from Super Graphics. So he was basically renting, working, saving, rent, work, save. That's how he did until he was able to buy a computer, and after a while, he was also able to buy a camera for himself. And he said that his first camera, the camera that he bought for $25,000, that camera made him more than $1 million,
I love this more, I love this more. It's much more interesting. With this, you could just have an idea and work on the idea, and you see that idea come into life. It's such a good feeling when you have an idea and then you just transform it into existence. It's a beautiful feeling, man.
So like lately, you, not as the company STS, but you as an individual, now you are slowly, transitioning from music videos to, like, you are focusing more on movies. Like, why is that? Why?
It's growth. I believe I'm growing. I'm learning more. I'm growing more as a person, mentally and emotionally. And I'm beginning to have more and more interest on stories, on telling stories about Gambia, but stories also that are universal. And we have a lot of stories in the country. We are having the skills now as well, so we could as well. I could as well tell the stories in our own way, because if we don't do it, other people will come and do it for us. And then maybe we might not like how the story is, how our stories are being told. So yes, but I also want to make millions of dollars as well. Music videos won't give me that. The environment is cool, it's chill. And we are having more people involved now compared to before, but we still need more people to be involved. We need to talk about it more, talk about the opportunities that exist, because there are a lot of areas that we need people to participate in. And with regards to areas where we already have people getting involved, we all need to work on improving ourselves to meet international standards, because there are a lot of opportunities in filmmaking. It's not only in Gambia, but then there are so much opportunities of getting outside, partnering with other production companies, or having other production companies to come here. I have worked with production companies from outside, and what happened was they just saw my work in the UK while trying to do a job there. So they just reached out and they were like, we wanted to shoot this in the UK, but we saw your work, and we want to come and do it in the Gambia with you. So opportunities like that exist, and of course that they pay more, but here as well, there are so much skills that are lacking on the production side, because production is wide. It involves a lot of people, and we don't really have people that do only sound here. We don't have people that do focus pulling. We don't have focus pullers. We don't have set production managers. We don't have much set designers or art departments. Gaffers, we don't really have, but we are building one in our studio. Now Dollar is studying that, and he's doing really good job. He's learning fast, and he's teaching the rest of us as well. This colorist, we don't really have someone that really focus on that. So there is a lot of things that we don't have, and these are opportunities that people could venture it for us to grow as an industry, because Gambia is calm. It's easy to get access to location. It's easy to get to places. And the talent is here. The stories are here. So it's just people need to get the information, for them to get involved and then be serious in doing it. Most of our people watch shows on Senegalese TVs. Why are they having that much shows, and why are they having that much audience in Gambia watching those shows? Because they have a lot of people doing production that we don't have. They have a lot of writers, they have a lot of cinematographers, they have a lot of editors, they have a lot of colorists, they have a lot of everything, man. That's why they are doing those productions. Some are better than the others, but far better than what most of us are doing here for TV. And the reason why Senegal is there today is because Senegal have schools and institutions that teach these things. To a point being like those schools produce people that are doing amazingly well in sides of photography, videos, and everything. But then fee We don't have those things, boy. And we are limited to the things that we have. So when the people that are supposed to do that don't know that it exists and there's an opportunity there, they will not do it. You understand? Yeah. And even Sinkodef, there is not an institution that's gonna guide them. They will really be lost because there is no pattern for them to follow. You understand? You lack the basics. If you don't really have good foundation, it's hard for you to last long. But production companies, if they're looking for skillful people, the problem we face more, we don't really have young Gambians that have the patience and the discipline to learn and to be better. You understand? Yo, Munagul Osa, and then you're like, my use. And you're like, what are you being used for? You know? Yeah, but for us, our doors are opened. I mean, we've trained people. We've done different badges of training over the years, and we're able to keep few. And our studio is still open for creatives. You know, provided that you are very, very serious and you have a sense of growth in you, because we don't want to have anyone that doesn't want to grow. Yeah. I think the future will be bright when there is more collaboration, when people work more on improving their skills, and also when stakeholders understand this is a potential industry that they could really invest in by investing in schools or institutions that would offer such to students. Yeah, I don't think it's a matter of respect. Like, I believe it's a matter of not understanding what it is. We don't really have information about a lot of things in Gambia, bro. Like, so neko doctor, neko engineer, neko banker. People don't really understand what you are. So I don't think they don't respect it. I think they don't understand it. I think it's different. When you don't respect something because you don't know it, it's different from when you don't respect it and you know it. I think for most people in Gambia, they don't really know. For instance, with me, my family still don't really understand. Most of them don't really understand what I do. If you ask them today exactly what I do, only Hale Nyoko understand. My mom wouldn't really know. My sisters, most of them, they wouldn't know exactly. They will not be able to explain in details. So it's a problem. People don't know. Because I remember when I started, when I was learning, a couple of times my family would come and be like, yeah, don't apply to Bank Bini. I know the manager. I know, do you want a job at the ports or at immigration or at this place? I know people that could give you a job. I'm like, listen, just allow me, man. I know what I'm doing, But they were just worried because they didn't know what I was doing. No, I didn't know a better way to explain to them at the time. Well, camera, so I got camera or editor or video editor. Is my photographers that used to have studios in Gambia, and they couldn't relate those people to success. So the fear of parents having to have their child become that person that they deem unsuccessful also was contributing to that. But I understood that. So I just had a conversation with them. I know what I'm doing. Just allow me, Just allow me. And eventually they understood and they respect what I'm doing.
But for someone like a young creative out there, how do you get for people to take you seriously? How do you
be serious with whatever you are doing? When you are serious with what you are doing, people will take you serious. Whatever, yes, that's it. If you don't take it serious, then people wouldn't. It has to start within.
Sometimes I'm like discouragements of you.
But that will always come. It used to happen with me. You'll be like, use boy, ni. Oftentimes I would visit a family member back then. They don't ask me a question, but they don't have the question bini. They actually questioning your decision. Those are discouraging questions. So when I'll be like, yeah, I'm studying multimedia. No, I'll make it sound complex and fancy. And they'll be like, okay, so watching them, so jehaling them the GRTS. I don't want to make it complicated because if I say no, they will not really understand. Okay, so what really is multimedia? Because ever since I wanted to be independent, so I'm like, yeah, put them the GRTS. So they'll be like, yeah.
Young people are now showing interest in this creative industry, but they lack resources, support, and most importantly, sir, they lack information, because you rarely see like a young person that will say, you know what, man, video editor laboganeka. Like all of us are trying to become either photographers or videographers or designers. If all of us are trying to become photographers and videographers, like I think our standards will forever stay the same, and our productions will only stay in Gambia because don't meet international standards, because the same guy that is doing the video is the same guy that is doing the editing, the same guy that is doing the lights. Like we will not meet international standards doing something like that. Like he mentioned, for us to grow as an industry, we need people that will focus on sound, some people to focus on lighting, some people to focus on costumes, some people to focus on editing, and some people to focus on director of photography. I don't know what that means, but you see it in movies. Before this interview, like whenever I watch a movie and at the end I'll see this long list of people that worked on it, I'll be like, all these people were just to produce this single movie, like for what? Now I think I understand. This interview has actually taught me something. Sheikh said they are currently working with one international production company on a project, and they need a sound guy right now, but they don't have. So he has to hire a sound guy all the way from Senegal. Like just imagine for a minute, like the whole Gambia, I'm gonna need you specialize on sound. And he said that this is a job that pays like $200 a day, So like he said, if you are a young creative, you want to learn, you want to grow, STS Studios is always open for you. And not only that, if you are a creative with limited resources, they also do equipment rentals, because that is how he started. So now that he has all this fancy production equipment, he's also making it available for other creatives to use. So that is it. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and you've learned something from it. If you do, please like this video and share it with your friends. And most importantly, subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. Peace.